I'm gonna say, give me a good chuckle. Watching you stop, turn back around, and walk away. But I think at some point you realized that you couldn't go that way, so you came back around. And then you had to do that little walk you usually do by me, where you ignore where I'm at and then just stare straight ahead. I found it funny. Thank you for that. It was a good laugh. Two of them were there. The ones I've trained. If you were looking from my eyes, one was to my left on the stairs, on the balcony. That would have been your right. And then one was on my left, first row in the crowd, looking at me. And that would have been to your right. They waved at me before you came out. The one to my left pointed out the one on the right. And it was funny watching them try to mingle with the crowd. They stood out a bit if you just paid attention to them. But with the quick points to the crowd, they get lost easily. They were trained to an extent on how to do so, so that's pretty good that they can do it effectively at least. Tomorrow is prom for you. I hope you have fun. Tomorrow for me means a job that would disappoint you. I'm called an origin now, no longer a number, but a name. And I guess that's the right I've earned. I have a new mask, and instead of a knife, I have a scythe. That's pretty cool. Heavy and impractical for actual use, but hey, it looks cool. I like the position, it keeps me away from the field, but in the end I have to train them on how to do, complete and do their jobs. I finished 22 jobs to completion since I got here. Do I feel like it's justified? No, but it's whatever now. And pardon me for yours touching you, that it would somehow stain you. And I guess we're thinking about the future. But that's all. I like that you come back and rewatch my videos that I make for you. I wonder if you look at them when you've noticed the updates on this playlist themselves. Or do you just check it every now and then? Or a change? The schedule for the monthly post are every 18th, so there'll be one by then. So I'm just constantly checking randomly. And those I'll update you on just how the month went. I'll keep my job out of it, since it's something you have to know. But I'll inform you on big events, like, well, you get it. I wish you the best. I really do. I made it a point not to contact you in person. I don't know if I said this already. Unless you yourself come up and talk to me, then I tried to do the same thing, ignore you, but like, I can't help it. I saw you in the little crowd for graduation, walking up, and my heart stopped, and then sped up. I think my own body realized it before my brain actually processed the information of what I was looking at. I thought I was in some sort of danger for a few seconds there. But then my eyes gazed over you and I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. The other one is an origin as well. We're both people that have to train the other 7. We get 7 under our belt every now and then. And they graduate and rotate. So for me, they go to the other origin. I get to know them a bit as to what they stand for, how they work. I am an uncommon case for the agency as a whole, where the 6 don't happen to make it, but 1 does, is really odd. I'm the only one from my, generation, I guess you could say, that's still kicking. We're assigned numbers for every group of 7. That's a generation. It's usually 1 and 2 that, don't happen to make it, but I stood out the sore thumb because I was the only one. And then when I looked into why I was the only one, they were like, let us know that because, well, it was an option they had at the end. They decided to do it. So now it doesn't come to the question of why am I the only one that's kicking, but rather the fact of why I didn't do it. The event that happened, they claimed 6, well, 5, considering we took care of 5. My therapist knows about you, to an extent. And, well, things are going back to the way they were. But I leave traces here and on my, you look at it every now and then, either from curiosity or whatever it may be. But I leave it up there for you, just in case you're curious as to what I've been up to with my life that doesn't involve my job as an origin. But do you think I'm so fitting for the life that you're carving for yourself? If I fit anywhere in your puzzle of life. imparted onto the numbers that I've trained that although our job is unforgiving and cruel in nature, they don't have to stop being kind. I've helped the homeless with the money from my job. I give them shelter, food, clothes for the winter. And I've donated as much as possible. So much as I from my job. Also, I've made a ton of money from it. I have nothing but pennies left to show for it. And the part of me feels good, you know? I don't miss it. I see the money from a less, like, how do I explain it? It comes and goes, but I'm not gonna miss it. Although I know you disapprove of things I do. It's my lifestyle. Anyways, I found out from coming back from my training that someone took my Rolling Stones shirt and they moved around my stuff. So I lost the paper that you paid for me. And at first I was incredibly sad about the disappearance of them. But in the end I figured that that's okay. I still have my green shirt, so I don't wear it. It's up in my closet for memories. And I don't think you'd handle wearing it once more. Me and the origin are, I don't even know what's going on, but it's easier for us to paint a picture that we're dating. We have certain codes to translate things. Because on the forehead means that we're being watched by them. Because on the cheek means that they're in line of sight. A kiss on the hands means that they're really close. And a tug on the shirt means that we should get moving from where we're at. 2 tugs means that we should stop if we're moving. Different variations of codes or different things. I was lucky that I got partnered with the female. Otherwise I'd be like, hey guys, fruity. at least I don't have to go to my parents and be like, hey, I went to pants. Yeah. Yeah. She's amazing at her job, don't get me wrong. She's a little terrifying at the fact that she's been in longer. And that gives her the superiority over me. But at the same time, she lacks in combat skills, so well, like best friend that she beats me in superiority, so I listen to what she says and take it with a grain of salt. I don't know when you'll answer back or if you ever will. But when I forget to send your voice and play one of the videos that you sent for me, it's a nice reminder of the past and the things I'd be willing to do for someone I love. Although I doubt you feel the same. Seeing that your laugh is really gone. I wonder if in the end you'll find someone new, or if you already found them. Then we have your kids and your life all set. As for your 23, if you think I'm a fit, just give me somewhere. Location, no. I'll go. But I wanted to come from you. So that I know it's you that wants me in it. A part of me now feels fears touching you. As I fear standing there. Innocence. Not that innocence, but for the world you haven't seen. Although I share the things I've done with you, some of them. Actually doing them is another matter entirely. I'm working on a project for you. Just a couple of instruments is all. You might like it. I don't know. This is just, it won't be done anytime soon. It's gonna take me a couple of years, but I'll get there. It was nice seeing you again. Thank you for the laugh. Oh, did you celebrate graduation? Did you go out to eat or maybe did you go home? Did I freak you out? I don't think you were expecting me, otherwise you would have acted the way you did. You would have turned around at the mirror side of me. I think that was, oh my god. Super funny. It's so good. Tell my therapist about that. I for sure thought like you'd see me and you'd walk away, like not how you reacted, but just ignored my presence of where I was, like usual. Back then, but I did not expect you to turn around. That was pretty funny. I saw your name got called, and I was like, oh, I'll stand somewhere where she can see me. I knew it would happen. She'd try to avoid my presence as in a whole. I don't know if it's out of fear or you just thought, you know, you'd just rather ignore me as pretend I don't exist at all. I read books, and well, I would recommend you some. Maybe I'll do another video. But the schedule's every 18th. I don't know if I mentioned that. Every 18th there'll be a video, so you don't have to keep, you know, constantly checking or randomly checking every month. So you can check on the 19th and there'll be one for you. I'll keep my job out of it, but sure you get one, at least, about my adventures. Or my stories are the ones that I've posted for you to see. Thank you for listening to my long discussion of whatever and anything. With this, I asked you a question. Would you watch them all if I posted them monthly? And so, is that a curiosity or something more? Or is it just me overthinking things? Of course, I know you won't answer, but it's just a question I've had.